Good evening, Libra. This reading is for Libra, the weekend of Valentine's Day weekend 2020. What will it bring you? My name is Barda from Intuitive Tarot Readings by Barda. I also have a site, which is my business site, which is Lolita's Lovely Ladies. Excuse me. I've been reading all day, so you're going to have to forgive me because my voice is kind of getting a little hoarse. If you guys want a reading by me, then go ahead and contact me. The fastest way to do that is through the Lolita's Lovely Ladies site. Just leave me a message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I do offer half-hour readings, hour readings. As I'm doing, and I'm going to be uploading the monthly within the next week and a half for each zodiac sign. And if you do want an entailed reading just for yourself for a certain month, say you wanted March and you wanted it just for yourself, then you just go ahead and contact me and I will do an entailed reading just for you. Again, this is a general reading. This is not directed at just one or two Libras. There are thousands and thousands of Libras on this earth. So whenever I'm doing these readings, if it resonates with you for this reading, then take the rest of it. And if it does not, then the next read, like I said, I'll be uploading March. Step back in and see if it resonates with you. All right, let's get to it. Libra. Which cards should... Okay, I feel the tea leaf cards. So we're going to get those over here. Find out first. And like I said, when I'm doing these readings also, be for just one group of Libras. This may be for multiple groups. So as I'm reading, I may start off and I've got different cards. Like, I have a feeling this is actually probably going to branch out to two different groups of Libras for this reading. And before I get back into it here, like I said, I will do an entailed reading for each group. And if it applies to you, that is awesome. There was right before I was just getting ready to come on live. It was maybe about 10-15 minutes ago, if that. And a lot of people do not know me, but a lot of people do. This video is posted on Facebook live first, and then it is posted on YouTube. So those YouTube watchers, if you would like to take and actually, you'll be talking to people here and there. And that's because I'm on live and I'm answering people as I see them. If you want to, you can come over to the Facebook group, Intuitive Tarot Readings by Barda, and join the group, and then you can be part of the conversation. But the strange thing that happened was a lot of people that know me know that I have a lot of animals. And this has not happened. This has not happened all day. Like I mean, it happens once in a while, but this was two at one time. I have ducks in the house because, as you guys all well know, it is freezing outside, and sometimes ducks will just sit there until they freeze. So I had to bring a couple ducks in, and they were jumping. They jumped out and just would not be quiet. I mean, they were just quacking and quacking and quacking, and I was just getting ready to go live for Libra. And it wasn't just one that did it, it was two. And I went ahead, and I don't see like animals and stuff like that. I don't see them as just, you know, there's an animal. Usually if something like that strange happens, and it's not just one, it's multiple, and they're doing the same exact thing, or acting the same way, then I need to kind of pay attention. And so I went ahead and looked up the spirit meaning of duck. And for this reading, I feel it's going to be like an energized reading, at least for one group. All right, let's go ahead and find out what part of your life, Libra, around Valentine's Day 2020, what area of your life is going to be a focus? Libra 2020. And for others that are watching this while I'm shuffling these, I will do my best to get to the Scorpio, Sagittarius, and the Capricorn tonight, as long as my voice holds out, okay? Because I'm trying to get these out there and get them up so everybody because I've been asked by a lot of people. So I will do my best. And if I'm unable to, I will do it first thing in the morning. Okay? Libra, weekend, Valentine's weekend 2020. What area of life? Draw. I feel cool. Love. Libra 2020 focuses on love, at least this one group. We'll find out if there's more groups. When I say groups, what I mean is there's so many Libras. This could be one group of people. There could be 15. There could be 100 of you that are going and focusing on love on Valentine's Day. And if I pull some other cards that are kind of like, what in the world? Where'd that come from? That will be directed towards the other group. All right? Libra 2020. Anything else? Any other focuses, areas of life? And I'm hearing coal. Career. All right. I feel at it. We've got one group of Libra who are focused on love. And by the love card, and before I get any more into this at all, because I'm going to pull from the tea leaves themselves. This is part of the tea leaves. And we're going to go, let me explain a little bit what I'm getting off of this. There's one group of you, at this point, this is what I'm getting. There's budding love, or love that is budding greatly. And it's a love that has it's not just, hey, I love you. This is, I carry a real deal. I mean, this is just like, it's just blossoming. You see the flowers sitting around it and all the hearts? This is a Libra who is pouring out their heart and exposing themselves. And I don't mean that in a bad way. They're exposing their heart, who they truly are. This is somebody who's found the real deal. Okay? And I don't feel like getting to the career part yet. That could be on that Libra's mind too, but I feel the main one I want to focus on right this second is love. Okay? So I'm going to pull from the tea leaf cards. Everybody knows I love my tea leaf cards. And we're going to find out why love showed up, why career showed up. But I'm mostly focusing on the love. And as you're watching this, I am an intuitive tarot reader, so I will be pulling cards. And sorry about that. Somebody was trying to call me. I'm uploading on my phone. You will see that when I'm reading, I will pull out my own meanings out of the cards. They may be your tarot cards, you know, and they have many, many different meanings. Me, I will look at it and I will tell you intuitively what I get off of it. Sometimes I get signs off of it. Sometimes, you know, like the zodiac signs, it could represent a person. It could just represent an issue or a situation or an actual, you know, what's going on. Tea leaves. Let's see. I'm back to it. Libra. Valentine's weekend 2020. And these cards are so many of them, but when they stick up, I feel, and I heard pull. So I'm going to pull these two cards right here. Huh. Okay, I've got the wedge. I don't feel like feeling drawn to read the bottom part. And I've on the wedge one. So until I know what that's about, and this is definitely about the Libras revolving around love. And I got gavel. And I know I was pulling just for the love part, but you know what? This may be kind of like Virgo. At first I thought it was going to be two different situations and two different groups of Virgos, and it ended up being one subject with a lot of stuff going on around. But for some reason, I feel like this is a gavel, involvement with the law. I feel like putting that underneath the career for some reason, and I'm not sure why I was drawn to do that yet. Side cards. And when I'm reading too, sometimes if a card falls off the bottom of the deck before I have even shuffled right, I will pull it, and it feels right. And I got the home. And it feels right to go underneath the love part. What does Libra need to know, or is focusing in on Valentine's Day weekend 2020? Also going to affect their 2020. Please show me. All right. Yes, I think this is two different groups of Leos, or excuse me, Libras. I got the Wheel and I got the Liar. And again, and I will go in more detail here in a second when I get a little bit more information. I feel this should go underneath the Career, the Gavel, the Wheel, and the Liar belongs with that group or that situation. I feel like I need to be pulling some tarot cards for you. Libra 2020. What is going around in their head, or what is going on around them? Valentine's Day 2020. Libra, please show me. Almost. Libra, please show me what's going on here. All right, and the way I pulled those is the first card I got, which actually the first card that came down was the Ace of Wands. And I'm going to, like I said, I've been doing readings all day, so I'm going to redirect a little bit. This feels right. This does feel right. But sometimes when I get going, and I've been doing readings for a while, they come out kind of backwards. I feel, and I got the Devil card. This Devil card feels like it needs to be going underneath the Career, the Gavel, the Wheel, the Liar, and the Devil. That's how it feels. And the Ace of Wands is an action card and a new beginning card, and it feels like it needs to be going underneath here on the love part. And I will get more depth on what those mean here in just a second. And for the Libras, I pulled out a deck that I have had forever. I felt like I was drawn to take and pull this out for you. This is the Fortune Telling Destiny card deck. They don't make this deck anymore. This one's kind of a hard one to get a hold of, but it's a very awesome card. Oh, the whole deck is. So I'll be using that in your reading. Tell me a little bit more of what's going on. Is this multiple situations? Is this two different group of or is this one situation that's blending together? And the deck that I picked up was the Valentine Wellness cards, which is kind of like an explanation, like underneath the love part of it. These give more of an in-depth, give you an idea of what's going on around it. Libra. Doesn't feel right. Might be my other wellness deck. Yes, it is. I have multiple decks that are meant for love, and this is made by the same person. This is the one I'm supposed to be pulling from. Holy. Okay. Usually when the cards fall that many, I don't take them. And I'm not going to take these cards right here that fell. The one off the top that feels like it is meant for Libra. And it's the Boat. Receiving what you need. Progression. Arriving. Moving on. Closure issues. Now, for whatever reason, when I put this down, and you see love, and then you've got career, and this side doesn't look all happy and stuff. This side is about love and, you know, getting going in life in this love. For some reason, I feel like joining these two readings together. So this might be just for a specific group, just one group of Libras. With several different situations going on in their life. Is there any more cards that want to fall? Yes. Oh, yes. What is Libra working for? The palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. And when I'm looking at that, what I'm pulling out of it is stability and security. That is the two things that really come out and point themselves to me. I'm going to have to say this is a blended reading. This is meant for one select group of Libras. And how I'm feeling, what I'm feeling off this is this side is not too terribly happy and cozy for Libra. Okay? We've got the gavel, involvement with the law, the wheel, the liar, and the devil. Now, everybody that knows who reads tarot cards know, you know, and a lot of times when people see the devil, like, oh my God, there's the devil. It's not always necessarily a bad thing as far as affecting you. It might be somebody else in your life or who you have to deal with that is dealing with this devil. And that's what I hear, dealing with this devil. This might actually be a person. As we get going, I will figure out who it, or at least if it's a person or if it's just a situation, because your devil can be addictions. It could be, you know, you could be, some people are addicted to food. Some people are addicted to alcohol, drugs, sex. It doesn't matter. The devil covers all that. You can tell by the two people at the bottom. And for me, this tells me, since it separated itself the way it did, you know, and I felt that's how I felt like it needed to be. This may be the actions of another person that is behaving like this, or that you've had to deal with. Yes, that feels right. All right, I'm going to pull some more cards before I start getting real deep into that. And a card started falling. I'm going to pull it. Expect powerful change. So what I get from this is a Libra who is coming out, and even though this, usually if it's past, I'd set it over here, but it feels right just the way it is. This is a different situation. This is a Libra who looks to me like their life's been shook up, and they've switched it all around. Literally. Why? Because this stands out to me. Love. I think love has walked through their door. They're actually starting to feel love. And it's not just a little bit of love. It's a lot of love. And I feel that this person, this almost feels like past. This does feel like past to me. This does. And this doesn't necessarily mean this is the Libra doing it. Involvement in the law. I mean, whatever it was, whatever this devil was, it's going to involve the law somehow. This is somebody who has, I'm going to pull some more cards so I can get some face cards on this, but this is somebody who has already rearranged their life, even possibly changed their career. Yep, that feels right. So I'm going to put this one right here. And let's see, I want to draw from this deck. And again, anybody who watches me, sometimes whenever you pick up a deck, for me, sometimes the answers are sitting right in front of your face and you're not paying attention. And sometimes I get an answer right at the bottom of the deck. And I did. I feel the Tower. Whatever, and I'm going to put this over here. I don't know why. I don't normally do it this way at all. This is not normally how I do it, but it feels right. This is the way it should be. The Tower moment. So this person has either had involvement with the law, or they're dealing with somebody who has had involvement with the law, and it messed with their wheel. You know, the Wheel of Fortune, it goes around and around, and when you're feeling at your lowest, it's going to be reversed. When you're sitting on top of it, and the wheel, no matter what, that wheel will always come back up. I feel on this almost feels, it definitely feels like another person involved. Oops. My bad. It feels like another person involved. And whoever this person was lied. And I don't feel this is Libra doing it. I feel this is an actual second person. I feel that this is, and I keep hearing a past. And it doesn't necessarily have to be past. It could be happening. You know, it could be currently happening. But this is kind of the stuff that kind of rolls around in this person's head around Valentine's Day weekend. So it feels like past. This is a person you've dealt with who is a liar, who has messed with your wheel. You know, but the wheel's on the up and up. So this person cannot affect you or touch you anymore. But I don't feel this person is completely out of life for some reason. And this person, I keep hearing addictions. I think it's an actual literal addiction of some kind. And it has brought, not just once, but several times, the Tower moment. And it could have, at one point, involved the law. Okay. All right. Let's take and can you give me some more information? At least show me face cards, maybe. Show me what I need to know, because I do feel that this is two different people. This is for one group of Libras, directed at one group, with kind of two different stories, and they still have some kind of past looming over top of them of the deed of somebody else that has gone on or is currently going on now. And there's definitely law involved in it at one point. It affected this Libra greatly. But I also feel like this Libra, I mean, just by the love card, that is the first one that just stood out like no tomorrow. And when I see this wedge card, which I had not presented this card other than just, showing it, I'm feeling that this situation here from the past with this liar, the one that caused the tower moment, possibly had some involvement with the law of some kind, brought a wedge in between. This person was either trying to bring a wedge in between, or this person brought a wedge in between, or is a wedge. Sometimes, if you think about it, if a wedge, it's just something that just kind of, it just kind of stops. I don't think this is going to stop Libra's happiness at all. But I feel that's right. That's where it should go, right there. That's it. That's it. That feels right. This is definitely a person. Again, I'm going to say it again because as I'm putting this together, and forgive me because like I said, I've been doing readings all day. This person here literally has no good thoughts towards this Libra. They have no respect for anybody else. I'm hearing a narcissistic attitude. That's what I'm getting. This is a very selfish person. This one, not the Libra. This is somebody that the Libra has been involved with. All right, I want to focus on more positive for the Libra. But like I said, that situation is not a done deal. It's not done yet, whatever it is. But even though that wedge is sitting there, I think it's more of like, I keep seeing a splinter in a finger. It's more of an irritation than it is actually really stopping you from love and career. I think there's been a complete change. Total complete change. Yes. And Libra is working towards their stability and their security. Again, that's what keeps coming out to me. Receiving what you need. You're progressing. You're moving on. Doesn't matter if this situation is done. Maybe you do. Maybe you have to go before a judge. I'm not seeing a judge, but with the gavel, I mean, it feels like there's actual law involved. Maybe you are married to this person, or you were married to this person. And it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody you're married to. It could be somebody you're related to, or somebody who is close to you who is affecting you this way, or has affected you and it hasn't gone away. I think I see scissors cutting. I think there's a cord that's going to be cut, and it's going to be cut soon. All right, what else does Libra need to know? Libra. See that tower? I keep looking at that tower. This has caused a lot of freaking headache. I just hear enough. And not enough, like don't touch on it anymore. No, this is like Libra. Enough. Take your, and I hate to say this, but this is kind of, it's a narcissistic person. Get out of my life. But you still have to deal with them because there's some done judicially. Yeah, gavel, judge. I keep saying it. Okay. Do I need to switch? Yes. Let's go ahead and go to the Destiny cards. What does Libra need to know? What is the situation? One fell, but I feel like I should still keep going before I turn it over. This is stuff that may not be seen yet. Usually when my cards are flat down, it's something that's either hidden or it's not something that has come up quite yet. That's how I feel. Not revealed. It's not something that has been revealed completely yet. It's not like something that's been brought to light. That's what I get. And unfortunately, since I'm seeing kind of a narcissistic attitude with Libra, but with the dealings with this other person, and I will be going back to the tarot cards to see if I can actually get a face to find out if this is a man, woman, or what type of personality they have, or, you know, kind of at least give me an idea of what they look like. And there it is. All right, I felt pulling that one and turning it over. So when these cards fall like this, and I've got one that's face down, this one here is most likely something that is not seen yet, or I need to give a message. But it is something that's not completely brought to light yet. I got the Eight of Diamonds. It's a card of balance and skill in money matters. You should combine practical knowledge with spiritual insight. I feel that this Libra has very, very good intuition. That's what I'm getting from that. This Libra is well aware that this is going on or has gone on in the past. And even though this card right here, I'm not sure what it's about yet, but when I turn it over, I don't think this is really hidden to Libra, whatever this is. It says, use careful judgment in financial decisions. All right, and definitely use and combine practical knowledge with spiritual insight. So definitely, the Libra here, for this group of Libra, you are very insightful. You have an intuition like no other. You go with your gut. Usually, I mean, 9 times out of 10, you are correct. Sometimes 10 out of 10. All right, I'm going to set this one here. And actually, this one feels, for some reason, I'm going to set it in front of career. Not sure why yet. The Five of Spades. Okay. Yep, that's what I thought. This is a card of separation. You must break old ties. This may mean travel, new location, employment. When one door closes, another door opens. Do not act in anger. Okay, so I feel this over here. This is a marriage or a union, or it has to do with somebody who is very close to you. It doesn't. You don't necessarily have to be married to them. But with your Five of Spades here, this is something that you've cut ties with, or you're going to be cutting ties with this person very soon. I mean, enough's enough. How much more can they do? How much more stress can they put you through? You're just not going to have it. You're just not doing it. And how do I know that? And excuse me, you could have even actually moved. Dang it. You could have actually relocated, totally picked up and moved. That's what I'm getting from that one right there. But everything is not, you know, it's not just like, hey, let's separate and, you know, I'm done with your crap. You're kind of a butt. I mean, that's all I can, yeah. But when I see love over here, this person either has a lot of love in their heart and they're starting to love themselves a lot and it's starting to show. And with the separation card and with the home card, and I've got the Ace of Wands, yes, I can read this many different ways. But do you see the hand? And there's light illuminating around the hand, and they've got the wand in their hand. This is somebody who's taken it, and what the saying I hear is taking the bulls by the horn, and I think they actually are picking up and actually either moving away from the situation, or they have picked themselves up and moved home to start a new life. So this is not really all that bad of a read. All right, and I felt like pulling some more tarot cards. I want these. Show me anything else I need to know about Libra in this situation. Yes. Okay. Before I get to that one, I still hear pull. Keep going. There it is. Okay, again, that's how the cards fell. The Emperor. This is definitely somebody who's domineering. And this one, instantly, when I see Emperor, I want to put it right over here with this, and I hate to say it, but a narcissistic personality. This person is a narcissist. I get the Emperor. And yes, you can read this many different ways. The Emperor can be like a father figure. This person could be a father. But that's not how I'm feeling this at all. What I'm feeling is this is just representing the type of person. And you know what? The Emperor doesn't always come off as just being, you know, the loving father, the stern father. This can actually be kind of, what's the word? How should I put that? Sometimes, and I know it's not in all the books, but sometimes when I see the Emperor, and I've got all this cards over here, and I'm drawn to this side. So this is definitely, this is the personality of this person who is got a narcissistic personality. This person is very domineering. That's what I get. And normally you would look at it and you would see, you know, you would sit here and look at him, and he's dressed all nice, and you know, that's and he's like got the willpower to get stuff done. But he's stern, he's strict, but yet he's fair. This is not what I'm feeling from this. I'm feeling it's the negative side of the Emperor. This is the one who is, it's my way. You will do as I say. That's what I'm getting from this. Okay, so this is definitely not a pleasant person. Now here's the card. Let's see what this one is. This is the one that was face down. We got the Hermit card. Now, normally, I would instantly think it would come to a zodiac sign, but that's not the way and direction I'm feeling. I think this is describing your Emperor. This is how he pushes himself off to people he sees, that people don't know him all the time. You know, this is how he tries to come off to them. I think this is actually how this person is in private. A hermit, keeps to themselves. And I always point out with the Hermit, and no, I'm not going to pull zodiac signs off this. This is not what it's like. As being an intuitive tarot reader, I pull off what I feel. And right now, I'm not feeling zodiac signs. What I'm feeling is that this person who shows themselves in public one way, this is actually how they are in private. This is describing the person that does have this domineering, almost narcissistic behavior. You see the Hermit, he's holding on to his staff, but you know what? The way I feel when I'm looking at him, he's got that staff, but he ain't going nowhere. He's just like, whatever. See him kind of all slumped over a little bit. Just he's got his light sitting up there, and he should be looking at the light to progress. This is a person who's standing still. They're not moving. They're not even seeing that there's. And I keep hearing bright hopes and prospects. This is somebody who doesn't see that light. This is somebody that only sees down a tunnel. One direction. That's the way it is. There's nothing more. And I feel with these cards, and I've told many people, I don't put them. I put them however they feel to me, where they should go. And this is describing this person right here. This is describing the person that laws involved at one point in their life, and these two, it looks to me like they were probably together, or they're close enough. It could be mother to child, it could be child, it doesn't matter. It could be uncles, and it doesn't matter. Whoever this is close enough that it did affect you, but you have, or you will be breaking away from this soon. This person right here definitely had the law involved in their life. No doubt in my mind. This card here tells me, though, like I said, again, you're separating yourself from... Don't get mad at me. It's bullcrap. This is a load of bullcrap that you've had to deal with, Libra. And this is one specific group of Libra. So if you're like, no, that's not me. Well, when I'm doing the cards, I start on it, and sometimes it'll be multiple groups. This is just directed at one group of Libras who are going through or have gone through this, or are currently going through it right this second. I feel this Libra has, with this person, they're done. This is done. This, to me, is a sad soul. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm sad. No, this is somebody who is not progressing, not going to go anywhere. They're just, it's the same stuff over and over and over, but yet they're domineering when they do it. And they're constantly messing with the wheel. And the wheel of fortune, it just exactly how it sounds, the Wheel of Fortune. messing with not just your finances, but your mental and mental affects the physical. It really messed with you. But with the wheel being on the upright, this person cannot do this to you anymore. And if you're sitting here going, well, that's not happening, that hasn't come to yet. Well, this could be and this is around Valentine's weekend. This could be something that's going on in your mind about this. All right. But with this card right, powerful change. There is powerful change coming, and I think Libra has already been working through it, and they're no longer going to put up with this wedge that has been put between whatever goal that they had in mind, which I hear heart as well, and especially with the love right there. There has been a wedge that has been stuck right in the middle to where that Libra had not moved on. No, that's not the word. It's not the not moving on. It's where okay, that's it. That's how to describe it. This person can no longer almost control this Libra. This Libra has opened up their heart chakra. They are open. This person's feeling. This person's on a very good path, and they're leaving this behind. But with the gavel being right there, if there is not law that has to be taken care of still, because sometimes you could leave a situation but you still got to take care of stuff. If it's not that, no, that feels right. That does. Yep. There's still some kind of tie to the past to this person who's the hermit, like a hermit, but portrays himself in a different light to other people. Bottom line of it is Libra, this certain group of Libras have picked up and probably literally moved, gotten away from the situation, and they have started anew, and they're actually feeling alive. And they may have even changed their career in the process. Is there any other message? Let's see. I still feel like I need to be pulling from a tarot deck. I'll leave that there. What else does Libra need to know? All right. Yep. What did I just say? This person, this Libra, has left this behind. And if you haven't left it behind, it's going to be in the past very soon. This situation is not going to continue on. And I keep seeing scissors cutting the cord. This is going to end soon. We've got the Five of Cups here. He's sitting here, and this man's sitting here, and just like the Hermit. See how that Hermit is kind of looking down at his light, but he's not actually, he's not looking at the light. He's looking at the ground. And he's not even looking at that light. And again, I'm not going to pull out zodiac symbols off this one. This was just confirming to me that, yeah, Libra's had enough of feeling. And I hear confined. Same crap, different day. And the cups over here, he's not seeing, in the past, there may even been some kind of depression or feeling down. Because he's not even looking at the cups that have fallen, nor is he looking at the cups behind him. And he's not even looking up around him. So I feel like this is a person who's been within themselves or has been in the past. And they have felt like they were left out in the cold, and finances were a tough one, a big one. I hear scream by. And I feel like putting these two cards right here, right next to this pile right here, and I feel like putting this in a pile. I'm just going to put them in a pile right here, because this has to do with one person thumb on this other person, and it just didn't work out in their favor, because Libra